That title isn't clickbait. You can now, as a survivor, pick yourself up from dying after 45 seconds. I say now, it isn't even coming in 6.3, it'll be arriving in a later update, but the next PTB will be focused on this feature. It doesn't sound like this is part of the recovery bar either. You will just be able to do it, and it will be altered by speed effects. As a result of this, a few perks have been changed. Unbreakable no longer has its pickup functionality because obviously it would be redundant. It instead just increases recovery speed by 100%. Previously 35%. That sounds like a big buff, but it used to take only 30.4 seconds to reach 95% recovery, the maximum possible without a perk or another player picking you up. It'll now take 22.5 seconds to pick yourself up with Unbreakable, where before it would take 24 seconds. So this buff from 35% to 100% in reality is only a 1.5 second buff due to the way that the new dying mechanic works. Similarly, Soul Guard, no mother! Thank you, also correct. No Mither and Boon Exponential have all had their pickup ability removed, but no further buffs have been given to them, as with Unbreakable. This is an interesting choice, that's what I'll say. Interesting. There are genuine cases for killers to slug, and this is going to potentially wreck those strategies, but it is a significant improvement to the survivor experience that slugging will no longer be a thing. In addition to this change is the long-known Mori rework. They announced this back in their 6th anniversary livestream, and here's how it works. When all other survivors are dead, dying, hooked, or have escaped except for you, you enter the last standing phase. When you're downed, no matter the hook counts, the Mori animation begins at a preset place in the map that is free from obstructions. No offering needed, this is just something that can happen in any trial. I think it's interesting that they decided to make this work even if the other survivors have escaped. That means that teabagging at the exit gate is a substantially more risky move, and pulling back a survivor in that state is going to feel a lot more satisfying. No doubt, this is going to be a new point in the game where survivors are likely to DC. Moris, as a result of this, have been reworked as blood point offerings. Cyprus now grants 8,000 blood points if at least 2 survivors have been killed and the match ends with a finishing Mori. Ivory does the same with 12,000 blood points with 3 survivors killed, with the match ending with a finishing Mori, and Ebony also does the same, giving 20,000 blood points if all 4 survivors are killed and the match ends with a finishing Mori. As a result of these Mori changes, Rancor has changed. Once all generators are powered, the Obsession's aura is revealed for 5 seconds and they're permanently inflicted with the exposed status effect. And Hex Devour Hope at 5 tokens. Didn't record at 5 tokens when I recorded the audio, but it's only at 5 tokens, not just by default, obviously. Now makes any survivor placed on a hook instantly sacrificed. This is an early preview coming in the next PTB, but again, not the next update. It's actually the very first time we've had a PTB that's been centered around things that won't be coming in the next version. That's cool, especially as its purpose is for behavior to gather feedback on these inevitably controversial changes. So what do you think? On paper, does it all sound okay to you? I'm hearing mixed receptions on DBD Twitter. As with every change that ever comes to DBD ever, let me know in the comments. As always, a big thank you to my patrons: Bright Helsus, Geraldbreak 420, Kurt Gardner, Nania, Sylvan, Corkhead, Dr. Eric, Even Cross, Microsoft, Red Panda 19987, Darkhood 135, Jinx Likes Magic, Lilith Alucard, Channel Manager, Chipstar 878, and Godfather Dumbledore. A big thank you to you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.